Hi. So I'm going to give you a tip of the day when it comes to creating great learning. The tip today is around safety training and compliance training. It does not have to be boring. Professional does not equal boring. And I don't know where we somehow got lost in this translation. We really feel like it has to be so polished and sanitized, we actually lose the human element of it. So I'll give you an example of something I did, which I think is a really easy, quick way to elevate the authenticity and accessibility of your training. So it's much more engaging to your learners, your team, your staff. So I was building some safety training with an organisation, and they kept saying the completion rates are really low, and also they were having some accidents on the site, an engineering company. So I literally just took my phone, filmed in landscape, put it in flight mode, and headed off down to the site. And I grabbed the site manager and I said, this is a large construction company. And I said, what's the problem with safety training? He said, half the people on site aren't great readers. They find it really boring. They hate clicking through. Most of them want to do it on their phone. So I literally got my phone and I said to him, I'm going to ask you some questions. What are the top 10 things you need to know for the very first time you're on site? Subject matter expert easily can answer those questions. He said they've got to have steel cap boots. They must have their helmet on. They've got to understand the signs. He gave me a list like that. And then we broke each one down. Explain to me where you can find information about the signs. What happens if you have an accident? We went through a list of questions. I sat with him for 40 minutes, came back, used Vidversity, made each one of those questions into what we would call a chapter, delivered it in a responsive way. The whole thing took a few hours. It is professional because it's the subject matter expert. It's the real things that people have to learn. It's fast, it's authentic, and it's agile. We can change that anytime something changes on site. So a really quick way to get information is to interview a subject matter expert, and I'll do a few more tips on this in my coming series. But I just thought, to make safety training really interesting, speak to the people who are on the front line and know what is actually needed to make their staff safe.